Maybe you're selling your home, you want to buy a cheaper place to free up equity, we're saying, maybe moving from a higher maintenance home to a lower maintenance home. But there are some tips and tricks. Susan is here with her story. Hello, Susan.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Now, you downsized a bit of time ago. What happened?
We downsized about 8 years ago when we both reached retirement age of 65. We were on 10 acres outside Ballarat with all of that entails, you know, the wood fires, the chopping wood, the keeping the grass down, keeping the fences, all of that. And we'd actually invested in an apartment in the CBD back in 2010, which was rented out to students. And we thought, well, we'll just sell and move into the apartment and see how it goes. So our selling price was just a bit more than the apartment. So we put the extra money into a few renovations that we needed to make it better for us because it didn't have a lot of storage. But we've made it work. And we're in the CBD, walking distance to everything, amenities, hospitals, doctors, shopping, public transport.
Susan, what tips do you have for people thinking about downsizing?
I would say look at your money and look at your body corporate fees for anything that you're renting, because that is a big one, especially if you're on a fixed income.
Rachel?
Yeah, spot on. It's such a great point. So when you're looking at that new accommodation, that new downsized accommodation, don't just look at that purchase price. I always say you look at the ingoing, the ongoing and the outgoing.
And the one thing I really missed was we had solar panels on our house at a really good rate because we got in at the beginning of the scheme. And of course now we have no rebates, so we're finding the electricity, even though we're in an apartment, it's actually the connection fee, the daily service fee, that is more than our usage, both in electricity, gas and water.
Good tip.
The other thing to look for with a body corporate is not just the ongoing fee that you're paying to the body corporate, but whether or not there are special levies. A lot of people get caught by special levies in body corporates. To give you an example, if you're in a body corporate in the city, you might have one of these really lovely buildings that's got a rooftop swimming pool and a gym and all of those sorts of things. If that swimming pool gets a crack, then they'll levy the owner's corporation to fix that if they don't have the money. So you can be up for these surprise bills. And as Susan said, if you're on a fixed income, that can come as a rude shock and you've got to come up with the money.